Cousin Internet, it's me, Cousin Todd, with Mama's Comedy Show. And with me is Cousin Ali.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. It's not Cousin Ali. It's Vladimir Putin. Hello, Mr. Putin.
I am so happy to be here.
Yeah, I just have one question on behalf of everyone else in the world right now. Eat this shit, motherfucker!
Ouch.
You know, it's crazy. Did you... Like, we don't ever really get political or anything on here, but did you see, like, recently that he just admitted that the invasion of Ukraine was about re-expanding Russia, which, like, the whole original reason was he was like, oh, there are Nazis in the Ukraine.
Right.
We're denazifying it. And now he's like, no, we're making Russia bigger. And I was like, you motherfucker, like...
Yeah, he's playing Risk. That's all he's doing is playing Risk, and he keeps rolling the dice.
And the rumors are that he has, like, blood cancer, and that he's dying, and that this is like, well, I want to do this before I die. And I was like, well, shit, bitch, you're killing everyone.
Yeah.
Just,
I know.
it doesn't make sense.
No. But, I mean, he is proven to be the Amber Heard of the world. So, it's a pretty shitty person.
Did you, speaking of Amber Heard, did you hear Johnny Depp recently said he doesn't know if he wants to take all $10 million from her because it was never about the money?
He's not going to get it anyway.
She doesn't have it.
Yeah, that hooker has no money.
He's going to get $87.
Yeah.
And a TGI Fridays card.
Ooh.
It still has $12 on it. That's a burger.
That's awesome.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. I had a really good day. I'm down a size in my jeans.
I saw that you bought smaller jeans.
I did, and I tried a shirt on. I bought an incentive shirt a while ago when I first started losing weight.
Like a tube top?
Yes.
Nice.
With the American flag on it.
Oh, those colors don't run.
Hell no. They do stretch, though. But I've been in extra larges for a long time, and I even got up to a 2X on a couple of shirts.
Right.
So I bought a large shirt. I'm like, as an incentive. And, I put it on when I got it. And the buttons were just hanging on for dear life. You know what I mean?
The buttons were Captain America holding the helicopter and the side of the building.
Oh, my God. So I was like, all right, how close am I to being able to fit in this thing? So I got out of the shower, rubbed one out like you do.
Yeah,
to dry off.
That's extra weight.
To dry off.
You got to do that before you get on the scale, too. That 6 ounces is going to make a huge difference.
And I fit.
Yeah? I
fit into the shirt. Like, I was like, no. Because I was like, all right, it's going to be a little tight. And I started buttoning. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, shit. I fitted this shirt.
Yeah.
I think a couple more pounds so I could, because I don't like wearing button-down shirts without an undershirt.
Right.
A couple more pounds, it'll look good with an undershirt. But now, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I like that you oiled yourself up first.
Hell yeah.
Like squeeze into it. One of the gigs that I'm doing right now, I'm inside of a fiberglass costume. Mm-hmm. But it's a fiberglass costume that was literally molded onto me 20 years ago.
Oh, shit.
So anytime they come to me and they're like, hey, we got another one of these gigs, I'm like, oh, shit. Okay. How long do I have? Like, how long do I have before, like, I actually have to get into it? Because then in my head, I'm like, okay, there's 2 weeks. Yeah, I could do that. I could get back down there. But there was a few months ago, more than a few months ago, like maybe 4 months ago, I feel like I was the heaviest I'd ever been.
Right.
And
we all noticed.
And I'm sure.
No, I'm kidding.
And the thing is I'm not fat, but I am that skinny fat. Like it just on my sides, it shows, and like I hate it.
It's like my dick.
Yeah, skinny fat.
Yeah.
And your dick just gets made fun of at school. People take its lunch. But I went and I did a gig. It was actually here in Orlando. Mm-hmm. And the girl, the girl who I do the gig with, she's a British girl, British gal named Amanda. And she's trying to close the suit on me. And I'm like, well, I'm fleshy. I'll like bend or whatever. But she's like pushing and I hear her just going, huh, huh. And then she goes, tuck in your tummy, tuck in your tummy. And I'm like, I am tucking in. So she gets it closed and we do the gig and everything's fine. Like once I'm inside, like that's it.
Yeah.
It's like the demon is in the bottle. We did the gig and then I was like, I got another one of these gigs in like a month and a half. Mm-hmm. And I think I dropped like 17 pounds.
Nice.
In between those two gigs, but we were in Nashville and she went to close me in and the door just closed and she went, oh.
Oh, looky. I think I've told this on one of our podcasts before, but if I haven't, this is my greatest call-in story I've ever had. Many pounds ago, and years ago, I was Wolverine at IOA.
Yeah.
And yellow spandex, you know what I mean? And I was working out every day because there was a gym, there.
Right.
And I wanted the contract. So I'm working out. I'm trying to get some more muscles. I'm trying to get leaner. And I go to get the show director comes out to see me right before contracts. And I don't want to say his name, but let's say Kyle Zune.
Okay.
And
could be anyone.
And he was like, yeah, your costume does a weird thing on the shoulders where it pops out. So we're going to give the contract to somebody else who's a little bigger. I'm like, you can fix the costume.
Right.
So I was just pissed and I was like, fuck it, donuts forever. And so they called me about 2 months after that to do a special event.
And you were 85 donuts in.
Oh, yeah. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll do it. And the night before, I'm like, there's no way I'm putting this body in fucking yellow spandex.
Yeah.
And so I called and I said, hi, this is Ali Flores, Islands of Adventure, Marvel. And I'll be calling in fat for Wolverine. And I get a call from my stage manager the next day. She's like, did you seriously call in fat? I said, yeah, there's no way this is squeezing in to yellow spandex. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm calling in fat.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope.
That's the thing about like when you put on weight, sometimes you're like I will, this is my, like what goes through my head because like Renette and I work out probably 4 to 5 times a week and we're doing like HIIT workouts. But my problem is, and I had a trainer who told me this one, she said, you can't outrun your fork. And that's 100%. I was eating goddamn red vines in my car on my way here, just like stuffing them in my face. I imagine my hand was blown off by a firecracker and I'm still just stuffing candy in my face because that's all I want. Like you don't really realize, like I'll get to the point where I put on a shirt like you just did. I'll put on a shirt and I'm like, oh, this fits better. This looks good. And then in my part of my brain's like, fixed forever. And then someone's like, hey, do you want to get some pizza? And I'm like, yes, I do. But then the problem is the next day I'll put on that same shirt and I'm like, it fits great.
Yeah.
That pizza did nothing. I'm stronger than the pizza now.
But you're not.
No.
Pizza the Hut will come get you.
Yeah. And then like a few months goes by and you're like, all right, let me put on that shirt. I got to look good tonight. You go to get that button, like the halfway down button, like the top button is fine.
Yep.
Like, if I was like in a 90s gangster movie where I'm like a thug on the street,
you're a cholo.
I can wear this shirt.
You're a cholo. You could say Mexican. It's okay.
But I feel like cholo is your word and I didn't chola. If I say the A at the end, it's less aggressive. Fine. Yeah. I get that. And then the next button, I'm like, all right, yep, this is going to be a good night. Third button, that was a little tight. Fourth button, I'm like, God damn it. T-shirts it is.
Yeah. I remember when I got the biggest, I was at 220. And I'm 5'6". Like 220 is a lot. So I remember putting on jeans because I hadn't bought fat people jeans yet.
Right.
And I remember putting on jeans and my button, it felt like Hands Across America just hanging on, dude. I was like, oh my God, this is bad. I
like your thing of you going, I am too big for this costume. The show that you and I both worked at together, I ran that show. Like I was in charge of that show. And the issue that I had was we have dancers.
Yeah.
And the dancers have to maintain a certain look. And we that's all agreed upon. But at one point the owners came in town and the owners were like, Todd, they're not from America. Todd, look at that girl. Why is she's so fat? And I was like, she wasn't fat. Like she was,
I know.
She was dancer fat. You know what I mean? But like not, like she was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like she looks really good. And like, no. No. Tell the girls all of them need to be smaller. Just no more fat. No more fat. So we had to implement weigh-ins. And for those of you who are not in entertainment, weigh-ins predominantly only happen to women.
Yeah.
Like
in Vegas. In Vegas.
And so actually, a friend of mine who was in charge of a Vegas review in Vegas, I was talking to her about this, and I was like, hey, so one, I want to do this safely. I don't want any of the girls to binge and hurt themselves, trying to lose weight. So the owners were like, give them a week. And I was like, no way, dude.
No.
Some girl's going to pass out on stage because she's not eating anything. So I was like, we're giving 45 days because no one was morbidly obese.
Right. No, not at all.
You're talking about 5 pounds tops on the most egregious offender. So I told the girls, I was like, hey, look, so 45 days, what we're going to do. And I was like, I will do this with you. I am going to be watching my food. I will be your workout buddy. Whoever wants to do this, let me know. And for the most part, a lot of the girls in the cast were like, well, I've worked on cruise ships and this is pretty standard and stuff. But still, I had to go to a couple and say, hey, in particular, they mentioned you.
Right.
So I don't want them to, again, I think you're amazing. I don't think you need to lose weight. But for the owners who are saying this is the look we want, this is what they want. And I called my friend who ran the Vegas review show, and I said, I hate this conversation. I hate that I have to do that. And she's like, yeah, we have what we call the string. And I'm like, what's the string? And she's like, I have a piece of string that's a certain length. I will walk up to a girl and try to put it around her waist. And if it doesn't close, they get sent home. And then they have one for thighs. They have one for arms.
Wow.
But it's the string. And I was like, oh, Jesus. And she's like, yeah. And, we do cellulite checks. And I went, but a cellulite check, there's you can't do anything about cellulite. She's like, yeah, there's a metal comb. And if you watch this shit on YouTube, it is the most wild magic trick I've ever seen in my life. It'll be like a girl laying on a table and you see a little of the cottage cheese under the blanket. You know what I mean? And they take this steel brush.
Shut the fuck
that
up.
looks like a, the scalp massager thing.
Yeah.
It looks like that, but it's steel. And they stick it on their skin and apply pressure and then just fucking grind away.
Oh, it's like the bone scrapers when you're getting a massage. You ever done that? Physical therapy?
No.
They did that. Oh, it's awful. It hurts so much.
It doesn't look pleasant.
No, it's not fun at all.
I mean, imagine being that happy clump of fat. You're on this hot chick's ass.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you get stabbed and just shaken up. But yeah, they just scrape it and it disperses everything. And I don't think it's gone forever. I think that's like a quick fix. It's like shaking up the bottle of Italian dressing. Yeah. Eventually that shit's gonna settle.
Yeah. Ugh.
A friend of mine, Brad, who you know.
Tamarara?
Yeah. When he was in high school, this is one of my favorite stories for him. God. He's because he's a smart guy. He's a smart guy, but his first job in high school was at Publix.
Nice.
And when he got there, they were all in the back and they were talking about work duties. And someone said, Brad, you're on salad dressings. And he's like, what's that? And they're like, well, you have to shake them to keep them from settling down at the bottom. That way they look good when people are walking through the store. So he went to the salad aisle and started shaking these salad dressings and putting it. He's like, by the time I got done with one aisle, they'd all settled already. And I was like, how the hell is this? And they're all standing at the end of the aisle laughing at him. I was like, that's... Every place has got their own sort of welcome to hell, welcome to working with us, razzing.
Just as a reminder, because of what you just said, this is one of my favorite moments that you and I had with a Treasure Tavern dancer. Speaking of shaking,
yeah.
So we had a Treasure Tavern dancer, and we're at BJ's. We're at Pazookies because it was a Tuesday night.
Yep.
And they had a deal, and she's like, "Oh man, I've only got 5% on my phone. I don't know what to do. I need to call my boyfriend and do that." And I go, is it a new phone? Because what was out then? An iPhone 6?
6 or 7. It was a while ago. Yeah.
I was like, do you have a new phone? She said, yeah. I go, they've actually created something for emergencies. If you just shake it, it uses the same technology of your, the buzzing, the vibration on your phone. If you just shake it for 30 seconds, it'll give you enough juice to make a phone call. So if it dies, shake it. She goes, no. And I go, yeah, for real.
Yeah. And then she asked me.
And then she goes.
And I was like, yeah, it's for emergency situations, like roadside assistance. Like that way, like I was reading like I full on like bullshit. Like I'm reading the article how some woman like it saved her life.
Yeah. And she goes, I don't trust you to. And I said, that's fine. It's true. It's true. And so we start eating. And we look, and she just grabs her phone and slowly starts shaking it. And she's like, and we just both started laughing so hard. I hate you both. This is my favorite.
Do you have a favorite time that you've been razzed at a new job, or have you razzed someone at a new job? Do kids say razzed these days?
No,
or
they don't say razzed.
I guess pranked is what we would say.
Mean, I don't know if at a job I've been pranked. I do. I mean, I've pranked people, but not really at work. Like I remember in band, we would prank the new people when, we were on the drum line. We used to do that.
Yeah.
We pranked newbies in theater.
Oh, that's right. You were in both band and drama, right?
Yes.
In high school?
In high school.
And you smashed so much ass too, right?
I was a part of every group. I was one of the jocks because I played baseball, basketball, wrestled. Like I did all that. But I was also in the theater and I was also in the band. But the cool part of the band, I was a percussionist. But yeah, I mean, theater stuff, we did a lot.
Yeah.
Just going, hey, listen, Todd's sick, man. You got to go in.
Mm-hmm.
You're the understudy. Dude, they told me I would never have to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, do you have the lines? Some of them, dude, you better fucking, we're ready to go. We're at 15. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't even think I could fit in the costume.
Yeah.
And then like AKA Todd walks in. He's like, how's it going, guys? Yeah. Oh, thank God you're here. Yeah, no, dude, you weren't going in. They just sweat.
Yeah.
So we'd fuck with people.
Yeah.
Take props away. I remember one time we were doing the show and somebody had to hide in a box in the middle of it. Just jump inside this box.
Yeah.
We filled it with ice. Just filled it with ice. And they jump in, you hear.
Someone's dick falls off and you guys are laughing.
Oh, yeah. We would put real alcohol.
Oh, shit.
I've done that before where I was on the receiving end.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, here we go. Because when you're not expecting vodka.
Yeah.
And it's just, you think it's just water. I was like, whoa.
I did a show at this theater called the Alhambra Dinner Theater, and it's like a pretty well-known theater in Florida. And we were doing The Sound of Music, and our Maria thought that she was like the prank queen. Mm-hmm. And so she would like dumb little pranks, like, tape our shoes together. Right. Something that you could just immediately go like pull your shoes apart and you're fine. So she had some quick changes. Mm-hmm. And she had a wedding dress, and how that quick change would work is she would run off stage. We would hold open the dress. She would slide her arms in, and then someone would close up the back.
Right.
So we put shaving cream along the inside of the wedding dress because she couldn't see it when she's running in.
Yep.
As soon as she slides her arms in, she just goes, ah, and immediately someone closes it and sends her right back out on stage.
Oh, my God. That's awesome.
My Liesel in that same show. We were doing the 16 going on 17. So this was like 2 years ago that I was playing the 17-year-old going on 18. This is a while ago.
You were 26?
And there's a crazy thing with this too. But the actress that I was working with, who was my Liesel, she just finished a number on stage right before our number. So we would start in the aisle was where our scene started. So she always asked, can you bring my water bottle?
Yeah.
And so she could take a sip of water before the lights came up. Right. And then there was a tech. So because it's like a proper theater where you have like techs everywhere.
Right.
A tech would take the bottle right before our lights would come up. So one night I put just like lemons, it was mostly lemon juice instead of water. Oh, and I rubbed it around the lip of the bottle. And so she takes that sip and the lights come up and I just see her eyes shaking. And I've just got this shit-eating grin on my face.
Okay, so you reminded me. This is the best practical joke. Me and my buddy Kevin Frady were working for the NHRA, the National Hot Rod Association. So we were emceeing.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. We were emceeing for them. And like you said, they thought they were the best person for pranks.
Yeah.
And so this one guy, we had a vehicle. They were doing that. And he started talking shit about pranks and stuff. And I go, that's great. I said, you're probably a rookie. And our friend JL, was like, "Don't fuck with these guys, dude. They're professionals. They're gonna fuck you up." And he goes, "Ah."
Right.
So he starts putting axle grease on our steering wheel. We're like, "Okay." I said, "We'll give you that one.
Yeah.
That's it." Then he put shit on our seats.
Like
so now
actual shit?
No, not real shit. But
I was
just,
like, now it's getting serious.
no. He would just put stuff on our seats. So now it's sticky and it's powdery, so everyone can see it. We have to go out there. And we said, "Okay, we're done."
So we killed his sister.
Yes. So he drove one of the big rigs, and he told us, "If you guys ever get too drunk on the track, I have a spare key underneath the door. You guys can crash in there. You know, one of you sleep in the thing, one of you sleep in the bed, whatever you want, man. Just go ahead and do that." Because we used to party with the people. So he forgot that we knew where that key was. So we're in Chicago, and we get the key. We were having dinner with some friends. They were having a barbecue right there on the track. And I go, "Do you have any, I don't know, old chicken you're not going to cook?" He goes, "Yeah. Why? Can you give us 2 pieces?" And so we tucked it underneath the passenger seat.
Right.
Tucked it way in there. So we get a call from JL a week later because we told him what we did.
Yeah.
He goes, "Man, he doesn't know." He goes, "We could walk by and it's awful. We're in Texas. It's hot.
Yeah.
And you can smell it." Another week, they're in Vegas. He goes, "Ali, guys, it's brutal.
Yeah.
It's brutal. He's got air fresheners all inside. He's driving with the windows down." He goes, "I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what smells in here." Ali, we couldn't get 20 yards away from it. It's awful.
Yeah.
So he starts searching and he finds the chicken and it's covered in maggots. It is disgusting. He's pissed. He's like, "What the fuck? Who would do this?" And JL just goes, "You can't think of anyone you pissed off recently?" And he goes, "No." Fucking Kevin and Ali, they had to come replace his rig because it was that awful in that
shit.
rig. They couldn't get the smell out. Could not get the smell out. And I go, "What's up, rookie?" It's my favorite.
You ruined his truck.
Oh, yeah.
That was his livelihood. You took away his life.
Fuck yeah. Don't fuck with us.
He put powder on my seat. He deserves to have his life ruined. That would actually be a really great premise for a show. I mean that would be like an almost it's an Always Sunny thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like someone gets you like a little prank and you're like, "Oh, okay, that's a good one." And then you seduce his sister, marry her, start like a 7-year relationship.
Shit.
All because you're going to do this one massive prank that requires that sort of setup. And then when you're done, you're walking away from your now wife, and she's like, "Where are you going?" I go, oh no, I'm done with you. I'm finished.
Oh, no. Nice work out of you. High five. You helped me so much.
Thank you for all the butt stuff.
What about the kids? Yeah, that's your problem. I
used to do in that old theater that we worked at. It was when we were doing the new show that you weren't in.
Okay.
The circus show. I would build creepy dolls.
Oh God.
To position in different places, and it was the most fun to hear someone because you couldn't it's so loud in the actual theater you can't hear anything. To hear someone I'm just around the corner backstage. I hear a number end on stage, and then I hear thump, 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 thump as someone's coming backstage, and then you just hear, "God damn it!" Because there's a doll with a Chucky head just sitting right in the doorway.
Who was it that you would scare all the time?
Chelsea or Alice. There were a lot.
But she was a singer, dark hair, and every time. All you had to do was stand behind her, and she would turn around and, "Stop it, Todd." What was her name? She used to work at Beetlejuice. Dang it. How can I not remember her damn name? We've been friends for a long time. I'm so sorry if you're listening. She worked at Universal. We're friends on Facebook, which means we're best friends.
Not Kelly.
No, it was...
Lorelai.
Nope. It was a Hispanic girl.
There was a singer?
A singer. She would come in and do Wanda every now and then.
There was Mandy. I scared the shit out of a lot of people.
Yes, you did.
I don't know what it is that I think that's so funny.
I do too.
And there's like something about and let me clarify. It's that quick, like I'm around the corner, jump out. Like that's funny because I'm like, what did you think? I was a tiger or what?
Right.
You think I'm a monster? But I will go down that YouTube prank rabbit hole.
Oh, so will I.
And there is one prank that I think is probably the best prank I've ever seen. And it's free. You can do this right now if you want. I cannot bring myself to do this prank to anyone that I care about.
Oh, God.
But you can download this video, go on YouTube and look up incoming nuclear strike warning, and then just put your city's name.
Oh, God.
And there'll be a video that starts off with like a commercial or a newscast, and then it will go into the warning signal.
Oh, my God.
And then you'll hear that automated, you are receiving this because there's an incoming strike from an unknown source of a nuclear warhead. It should be here. All attempts to stop it have failed. It will be here in 60 minutes. And then it's just the warning signal. If you watch those pranks.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so the person who's doing the prank is just like streaming it to their phone, but then there's someone else recording it. And they're doing it like at a family gathering.
Oh, no.
So their whole family is sitting around. There's like old grandpa sitting on the couch, and they don't react to it. They act because you don't want to be the first person to see it. It's obvious it's a prank if you're like, hey, what's this on TV? So they just let it go.
Yep.
And they start talking, and then you hear this old guy go, wait a minute, everyone, shut up, everyone, shut up. And he's looking at the TV, and someone's like, what's going on? He's like, are you seeing this? Instantly, this dude thinks we're all dying.
Yeah.
And because he's not in on the prank, he's super believable. So then grandma and mom and dad and Aunt Susan all come into the room and start crying.
Oh, no.
Meanwhile, the person holding the phone recording it is shaking because they're laughing so hard. And then you have like the dad go like, damn it, Billy, this isn't funny. We're going to fucking die.
God, I want to do this at an elementary school.
I would love to do this prank, but I can't
Oh, my God.
Like,
I don't know. Yeah, that's too much.
That's too much.
That's too much.
But God, I'll laugh at it.
Oh, yeah, me too.
If you did it, I would support you for it. You could come stay with me for a while when you get kicked out of wherever you're living.
Oh, my God. That would be so brutal. Holy God.
Oh, you know what? Shit.
Yes?
Last week's episode, you and I did good, bad, and awful advice.
Oh, yeah. Do we have more?
Yeah, some people did. So I felt like, okay, if people keep sending them in, like we can do that like at the end of each of our episodes.
Okay.
So let me find it real quick.
You do it. While Todd's looking for that, we'd like you to know that we do not approve or condone any bad and violent practical jokes.
I mean, it would be funny.
Yes. Oh my God, Todd, what's going on? Do you hear that noise?
What's that noise?
Is that a warning? Ah! Okay. I thought maybe they would buy that.
So I found it.
Okay.
Here is what I don't want to say this person's name. Because
they're foreign?
No, I just don't know how to read very well. All right. One partner wants an open relationship while the other has specific insecurities.
Okay.
So do you want to start with the good advice?
So I'm assuming that the one partner that has the insecurities is not in favor of the...
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
If you are the one that it does not want this, you need to be open with your feelings with the other person. Just say, listen, I get where you're coming from. I'm not that person that's able to do this. Depending on how long they've been together,
but
too.
the person who wants this advice is the person that wants the open relationship.
Oh, okay.
So that's who that's who we're talking to.
So you have to approach this. Okay. So again, you talk with them openly and honestly. Don't try to kid around. Don't try to sugarfoot. Just get to it. Hey, listen. I've been thinking about this for a very long time. I think that we would both be happier if we had an open relationship. Not that I want to just date other people. You have my heart.
Yep.
I love you, but I think that in this society and what's going on now, I think that if we every now and then were to explore other things and do them together,
right?
Then and then set the ground rules. I don't want you just going off and doing this. We need to ask each other, is this okay? Is this person, you got to pass the test.
Right.
Is this person that? And then you have to be ready for, I'm not cool for that. I don't want to do that. And then that's when you have to decide whether or not, do we stick around and do you swallow what what you're feeling, or do you just move along?
Right. Now, I agree with you. I think the key to that would be open and honesty. And the approval of what you're doing, both of you. Another friend of mine who is in an open relationship, it blew my mind because I had no idea. I was talking to her and she was like, "Oh yeah, me and my boyfriend are open." And I was like, "Oh," one of those people I never would have seen it from.
Right.
And her reaction was like, anyone with a Google Calendar can have an open relationship because they literally just put it in their calendar.
Oh,
so
wow.
that they always know.
Oh my God, it's like a business.
Yeah. Well, and that's my good advice is your relationship is a business. You're a partnership, but that doesn't mean you don't have side projects if your business partner approves and it's not destructive to the business as a whole.
Yeah, that's let me send a text here. Rayanne, please watch this episode. Okay, good.
All right. So bad advice.
Here would be my bad advice.
Yeah.
You know what? Don't talk about it.
Right.
You don't want to lead up. You don't want to have them bad feelings. What I would say is hook up with someone.
Yeah.
Videotape it though, and then show it to the other person, and then just say, "What do you think of this? What if this were you?"
Do you have a quick minute for a pitch that I want to give you? Let me put in this DVD. Yeah, that's me screaming in ways you've never made me. I feel like that's the guy's anxiety anytime. Was he bigger than me?
I know, right?
The guy's anxiety, because we're looking at it as I should be the one punishing you with this sex.
Right.
No one else can punish my belonging. I think my bad advice would just be, do it and see how long you can go before they're like, what? And then you go, yeah, we're open, man. Like, you see, like, because you might be able to go years.
Yeah. And also, a great trait with that is that you put it on her or them. I don't know, if this female or male, but you put it on them. Go, we talked about this.
Oh shit. Yeah. That's a good one.
It's not my fault that you didn't take advantage, but I've been taking advantage of this for 2 years.
Gaslighting is always
the way to go.
Choice.
Always the way to go.
We talked about this. All right. I agree. I think gaslighting is probably, that's the bad one. So really awful advice.
Okay. Here's what you do. You have a night and you say this beforehand. It's like, hey, I think tonight is kinky night. I want to give you a massage, a full body massage. I want to tie you up and I want to blindfold you. And then you start making love. And then you get off of them or off of, whatever. And then 10 of your friends come out of the closet.
Yes.
And they just have their way with you.
Yes.
And then you take the blindfold off. Surprise! Since you've made love to 10 people,
I get 10 hall passes.
I get 10 hall passes. Why don't we just call it an open relationship?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take that and I was going to go a different direction, but I like the way you're thinking. So I'd say my awful advice is, you trick them. It requires you to be deceptive.
Yes.
So you either, blindfold them, you do it that way, or you just get them really drunk and you say, we're going to sex so hard right now. And then, once the blindfold goes on or they're turned around or whatever it is, you tag out with someone.
Oh. Right?
You tag out, let them go at it, and then you walk in at the last minute and go, what the fuck is going on here?
Ooh, I like that.
You start to pack your shit.
Pack
your shit.
Yeah.
So that they're doing that. No, please don't leave anything you want, anything.
I didn't know.
Okay, you know what? The only thing that'll make this fair
is
if I get to do my thing now.
Yeah. I think so. I think that's the way to go. And I mean, if let's say you get them drunk and they don't even know what's going on, as soon as they're done, you have to give them a Jell-O pudding pop because come on.
Everyone
That's
loves
basically
Jell-O.
what you're doing. That's basically who you're emulating.
We had another one, but I feel like that one was pretty fun to end on. All right, Ali.
Yes.
What did you learn tonight?
You know what? I learned a lot of things tonight, Todd. But the main thing I learned was if you want an open relationship, you have to trick them.
Yeah, that's fair. And I learned something tonight, too. I learned to never, ever put baby powder in a seat of yours because you're going to fuck up someone's life. All right, we're Mama's Comedy Show. We are here every Friday night at 8 p.m. You can call 407-363-1985 to make a reservation. You can also find me on Instagram at Todders, Xbox Live. I'm Duty Poo Poo. TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm, what am I? Am I Todders on TikTok?
You can find you on Todd Farron, too.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
I'm Todd Farron on TikTok. Ali, where can they find you?
You can find me on Comedic Actor on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. You can just hashtag joke time. I'm usually the first thing that comes up. Or A_Ali_Flores. You can find me on Twitter, Comedic Actor Ali. And, on you know what? On Xbox as well. I'm Comedic Actor right there.
Are you playing anything right now?
I'm actually playing Sniper 5.
Oh.
I love the sniper games. You're in World War II or something like that.
Yep.
And you're a sniper. It's so cool.
All right. And I'm on Halo Infinite. But yeah, we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.